Still. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Live.
there. We are live. All right. I'm going to bring up our slides here, and then we will get started.
All right. Am I going to jump in?
Present to everyone. Go.
Boom. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome tonight to our What is Beachbody Coaching webinar. Annie and I are really excited to share with you guys. We just got back from a conference and we did not have a coaching webinar planned for this week, but we both came back and we were like, we need to do this. Our team is fired up. We are fired up. I think that we were reminded again about what an impact we can make with coaching, and we just want to share that opportunity with everyone out there. So tonight you're going to hear a little bit about my story, how I became a coach, my whole health journey, and you're also going to hear the same thing from Annie. And then we are going to try as quickly as possible go over the basics of coaching so that you can make an educated decision on whether this would be a good fit for you. So, okay, Annie, I think I'm ready. First of all, my name is Shawn. For those of you that don't know me, I've been a coach since March of 2013. I am a diamond coach. I have I think we have over 100 coaches on my team now. We're a big old community family. And I started working actively more in September, and I was a discount coach at first. So just a little background on me, but a little bit more of my background story is that I'd always struggled with my weight. Pretty much my whole life. I was never the skinniest person in the class. I was never the smallest. I always loved candy. I had a candy store in my basement, and I loved to eat candy and pop and things like that. So as you can probably imagine, my health was never a main focus for me. But I did lose some weight before I got married, and I was kind of in a good, healthy place. But then I got married in 2004 to my amazing husband, Patrick. And we both fell into some really bad habits. We're enablers, is what I say, in good ways and bad ways. And so we would get done with work and we would go out to eat. We would come home, we would watch TV, and we would sit on the couch and eat ice cream or candy. We were always wanting to make each other happy, and that was through food. And so we did put on some weight, and then I got pregnant, and we had our first baby in 2007. That's a picture of us with little Grace. And I didn't gain a lot of weight when I was pregnant, but I had a really, really hard time after I had her. I thought I was having baby blues, or that maybe I was just having a hard time. But it turned out after 6 months, my husband basically was like, you need to do something. I was sleeping all the time, and I was really unhappy. And so I went to counseling and found out they diagnosed me with postpartum depression. And so then I started to go to counseling to get help with that. But over the 6 months before I started going to that, I had gained quite a bit of weight. I was eating away my emotions. I'm an emotional eater. I think a lot of people deal with that. And I didn't make wise decisions. So I started to pack on the pounds. And even after I started going to counseling, it didn't fix it. It wasn't like I went to one counseling session and everything was fixed. So I continued to gain weight. And then next slide, Annie. Okay, thank you. Then we had 2 more kids. I was like, after I was feeling better, I was like, we had one baby, and Ella a couple years later, and then we actually had Elijah 2 years after that. So I had 3 kids in 6 years. I was about 180 pounds when I got pregnant with Grace. And when I went to the hospital to have Eli, I remember stepping on the scale and being 330 pounds and being like, what happened? So over all of those years and just having kids and not putting my health first and not exercising and just eating unhealthy, I had really packed on a lot of weight. After having Eli, those next 6 months, I went through some postpartum anxiety and just had some more struggles and kind of did the same thing I did every time I had a kid. And I ended up putting on more weight and ended up at about 340 pounds. I was also a new stay-at-home mom. I had left my job when I had Elijah, and that part too was really hard with me. I was more isolated. I was home a lot. I was eating more often at home. I was just kind of picking at food. If the kids were eating goldfish, I was eating handfuls of goldfish, things like that. So it was not good. I was, honestly, it was at my lowest point in life thus far, and hopefully the lowest point I will ever be at. I was depressed. I was extremely unhealthy. I didn't have any energy to play with my kids. I spent a lot of time on the couch. I had lots of moments where I skipped out on family events because I was embarrassed of the way that I looked. I skipped out on my daughter's school events. Those were some of wake-up calls for me. It was her kindergarten year of school, and I wouldn't go to different school events because I was embarrassed of the way I looked, or I didn't have clothes that fit me, that I was comfortable wearing out in public. I became a prisoner, basically, in my own home. I basically, anyone who loved me, I pushed away, because when you don't love yourself, it's hard to love other people. And so especially my husband, my mom, people like that I cared about the most, I would push away. And so it was just one of those really low, bad spots where you just really don't feel like there's anything you can do to fix it. And I happened to be sitting on the couch, and I don't know if it's the next slide or not, Annie. I can't remember. It's been a while. But I was sitting on the couch on Facebook scrolling through, and I saw a video by a local Beachbody coach who had lost 60 pounds doing Shakeology and Shawn Extreme. And something about her story, she talked about having postpartum depression, about how she wanted to be the mom she always wanted to be. And there's something about her story that just connected with me. And I remember watching it. I watched it over and over and over, and I cried. And quite honestly, it didn't even faze my husband, because I cried a lot back then. But he was sitting by me on the couch, and I showed him the video, and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to do the same thing she did. I'm going to be the mom I want to be. And he was like, okay, honey. So he supported me, but I think I'd done a lot of other things. I won't list them off, but I tried other quick fixes, as I call them now. And they hadn't worked. I would put the weight back on. So I think he was a little concerned. Money was tight too. So talking to him about the cost of Shawn Extreme and Shakeology, I really had to sell that I was really going to do it and commit. So I signed up to be a coach that we could save money every single month. And I kind of went in with the mind frame that I knew the nutrition value of Shakeology was so important to my health that I was going to do it every single day. I was not going to skip, and I was going to be really committed to it. So I did. I jumped in. I committed 100%. I figured if I'm making that investment, put it on my credit card. We already had credit card debt and student loan debt and all that kind of stuff. But I said, I'm going to do this. And I committed 100%. I lost 80 pounds my first 6 months of doing. I did the program 2 times through. It's 90 days each. But I saw changes the first month. I remember losing weight, just having more energy, feeling better about myself. My husband started to work out. My kids were eating healthier because I was eating healthier. I was not perfect by any means, but I was eating better. We were eating at home. And I just saw this change in our whole family in just 1 month. And it just made me motivated to keep going. So I always tell people, don't do it for a week. Don't do it for a day. Do it for a whole month. Give yourself a whole month, and you'll see changes. So I think if we change the next slide, Annie. But these are some of my transformations. So I just said to you, those first 180 days, I lost over 80 pounds doing Shawn Extreme, eating healthier, and doing Shakeology. And then I started to share my results, because come on, look, I was like, I was proud of myself. I had started to run and all that thing. So I'd started to share a little bit on Facebook, and people were so excited for me. And I had a couple people, including my mom, who's awesome, who supported me, that asked about buying Shakeology or buying a workout program, and I set them up. That was about it. I know some people think you have a grand transformation and you're like the most successful coach in the world, but there's so much more to it. But I decided to do a page to hold myself accountable, and maybe just start coaching a little bit on the side, like a hobby coach. And I kept going through that whole first year, and I lost over 100 pounds, 120 pounds at my 1 year mark. I actually got up to 140 pounds lost. I've gained some of it back over the last couple months, going through a hard time in my personal life. And I dealt with it by turning back to food, but I'm back on track now. And I give credit to that for the community that I have of support around me, and the accountability that I have online, that I didn't go completely crazy and gain all the weight back like I would have in the past. But I started coaching. I started helping people. I started doing challenge groups. And I knew the moment I did my first challenge group that that's what was missing in my life, having the support and the accountability of a group of women who also wanted to lose weight, and being able to help them do what I have done. That was such an amazing feeling. So when I first started it, that's why I was doing it. And then I just kept going. And then I was like, I met Annie actually, and then I got a little more motivated, and I'm like, wow, I could build a business from this. I can help people. The more people I help, the more money that can help my family. So it was kind of this connection of how amazing that I can help these people get healthy and fit and change their lives, and that I can end up, fiscally helping my family. So I did. I kept going with it, and I'll talk about more of that in a minute. But how has coaching changed my life overall? So I think the number one thing that coaching has helped me with is to be a happier mom. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but I love connecting with people. I love talking with people. I love being friends with people and building relationships. And I was missing that by being a stay-at-home mom. And this kind of gave me an avenue to meet all kinds of new people. Some of the best friends that I'll probably ever have in my life I've met through this coaching opportunity. So it's made me a happier mom. I mean, I'm healthier, so that makes me happier. But my husband always laughs, happy wife, happy life. And it's true. Our whole household is happier because I have energy and I feel good and I love what I'm doing. I think the other thing is that people say that, like, I don't know, people that knew me before I got unhealthy will say the old Shawn is back. And I like to say it's a new, improved Shawn. I'm full of energy and passion, excited about life. Not every day. Some days I'm tired and I'm grumpy, and I don't want to pretend like all of a sudden coaching made me happy every minute of the day, because that would be false advertising. But it has definitely helped me to be a more positive person and just to have this passion inside of me, because I know how getting healthy and how Beachbody changed my life, and I want to help people do the same. So I think one more slide. Okay, so why do I love coaching? Obviously, I've talked about it. The health part of it is one of the biggest pieces, having support and accountability, and that getting healthy is not easy. If it is, yay for you, but for me, it's hard. And so having that support and accountability of having a like page and sharing my journey online, and just even having a community of people, my coaches, Annie, and then my support and accountability groups and stuff I do for all of my challengers, those things help me too. They don't realize it, but my challengers motivate and inspire me more than I probably could ever motivate and inspire them. I'm a better mom and wife. I've already talked about that. Coaching has given me something that I needed personally from home, that I needed. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but it gave me that extra piece. Financial freedom has been huge. And this bullet point used to be super scary to talk about. And I still get a little like flush thinking about it. I don't like to talk about money. Most people don't. You feel like you're bragging, but at the same time, this is a job. This is something that I do. I invest my time into it. I could be sitting on the couch at night watching TV, and instead I'm messaging and talking with people and running my group. So it's a job for me. But it has really helped our family find financial freedom. We've been able to pay off our van. We've been able to pay off our credit card debt. We had a lot of it. We're paying off our student loan debt. My husband has a master's degree. My last paycheck was more than my husband makes in a week. I mean, that's craziness to me, and I work hard for it, and I like to think that I earned it, but at the same time, being able to stay home full time and not have to pay for daycare and all of those things, and be with my kids a majority of the time and work when they're sleeping. It's kind of crazy that you can build that kind of income from home. It's taken time, but obviously it's paid off. New friendships. I've made some of the best friends. I've already said that, and I love to help people. That's what I did in my old job before I was a stay-at-home mom. I helped people with something else. But there's something magical, better than any dollar sign that you'll see on a check, about helping other people get healthy and getting messages from them saying that you helped them change their lives, or that they were able to go to a family party because they're comfortable in clothes now, or things like that. Those there's no money amount you can put on that. It's one of the most amazing things in the whole world. So that's it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Shawn.
Yeah.
I have a message that some people are having a difficult time hearing and jumping on. So I just want to make that aware if anybody is having a hard time. I'm aware of it. Let me just check something here. I've just been messaging with some people. You can hear me though, right, Shawn? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and tell my story. I know that some people there's been one message that somebody is having a hard time hearing, but where I come from is a little bit different than Shawn. I am newly married. My name is Annie. I am Annie, who Shawn was talking about in her story, who we met last year in February and have become best friends through this whole journey of getting healthier and happier and building our businesses together. But where I come from is really a different story in a way. So in 2004, this is the last family photo that we have of myself with my siblings. So in the following January of 2005, my brother, who was in the middle, was actually in a car accident. And he was my role model. He was my best friend. And he always told me that I was made for something more, that I was meant to help people. That when I told him I just wanted to do hair for a living because I love hair and makeup and all that, he's like, no, 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 no. Annie, you are made for so much more, and you're going to do so much more. And with that, I took that to heart. So when he was in his car accident in January of 2005, I just had this moment where I knew that I had to do something more. And I always knew that he was somebody that would give his shirt off of his own shoulders. He would help anybody. He would do anything for anyone. And anybody who knew him would say the same thing. So really my story I always talk about goes back to then, because he was my role model. He was the one that believed in me and encouraged me and motivated me to be something more than just the average person that I could be, to push myself to do more in each and every day. So with that, I have always been looked at as somebody who was just really small and petite. I'm barely 5'1". So when I gain 5 or 10 pounds, it's more like 20 or 30 pounds on some people who are taller. So it's always been something that I've struggled with because I love food. I have realize that I'm really a closet eater. I like to eat when nobody's looking. I love junk food. I love ice cream. I love pizza. I'm like everybody else. But with that, I have a family history of diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and I even have aunts on both sides of my family who have celiac disease, which has to do with gluten. And just a couple years ago, I started having a lot of health issues that none of my doctors could explain to me. And I knew that I really just had to take things into my own hands. One of my bosses at work told me, Annie, you really have to figure this out. You're obviously having issues and your doctors aren't figuring out for you, and you have to push for a reason why. Why are you having these horrible pains in your abdomen that are putting you on bed rest? Because I have a really high pain tolerance, and yet these pains were so uncomfortable I couldn't even go to work. And obviously with wanting a family down the road, I didn't want that to affect that either. So I took things really into my own hands, and I knew I had to find a reason. And with that, I joined Beachbody. Another one of my coworkers was a coach, and she introduced me to Shakeology. And with that, it sat on my kitchen counter for a few months because I was skeptical. I'm a really picky eater. I've never been somebody who liked any type of shake, and I was never a breakfast person. So with that, I have really long mornings at my work, and I wasn't eating breakfast, and I started having low blood sugar issues where I was getting dizzy and nauseous and faint and would have to go home again because I was sick basically in the mornings and I wasn't fueling my body. So finally my boyfriend, who's now my husband, David, he was like, you know what, let's mix this up. We got to find you something. So let's give this a try. So he mixed up Shakeology for me and I fell in love. And the next day, I think it was, I went to work and was like, hey, I need to sign up for this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. She told me about the coaching discount. I said, sign me up. And I, just like Shawn, was already in credit card debt. And I put it on my credit card because I knew for my health, I needed that nutrition and I needed the vitamins because I wasn't taking vitamins every day. So for me, it really goes back to not only my brother and not only to my family history, but needing to make a difference in my own life and in my own health as well. After my brother passed away in January of 2005, I went on to college that fall. And with that, I obviously had some depression that was undiagnosed, but looking back, it was obvious that I was just masking. I went out to the bars, I was drinking, I was clubbing, I was partying all the time. If there was a sale on drinking, I was there. I said, sign me up. And with that, I really wasn't taking care of myself. I thought of fitness as cardio. I'd go to the gym and I'd do the elliptical or the treadmill for hours on end just to lose a couple pounds to get down to the weight that I wanted to be at. I was skipping meals. I was starving myself overall. And I got down to the lowest weight I'd ever been at in my entire life that I can remember as an adult. I was very, very, very unhealthy. I thought I was happy, but I was completely unhappy. And it really did show when you looked at myself. So it was something that I knew when I started working at my job. I'm a dental hygienist, that I knew I needed to make a change. I saw the way that other people at my work were eating, and I was like, yeah, I don't eat like that. So I knew I needed to make that change. So with that, when I started having those stomach issues, I was also introduced to the ultimate reset. So on the lower left-hand side, you see my day 1 and my day 22 photos. Those are my photos that were my first photos I ever took myself. And I remember taking that day 1 photo, and I was doing the ultimate reset to figure out what was going on with these stomach pains. And I remember looking at that photo and crying and thinking to myself, how did I let myself get this way? I know that some people look at this photo and they go, wow, you look great even in your before photo. But for myself, I knew that that was not what I normally looked at like. And I knew that I was getting to a very unhealthy weight for myself and that I wasn't taking care of myself. And so I knew that this day 1 photo, I'm going to go back. So I completed the 21 days of the Ultimate Reset, which is basically a cleanse for 3 weeks. It's a Beachbody program where you still eat real foods. It's just really just getting your body back to a natural pH and cleansing yourself of all the toxins that we're exposed to. And with that, I found energy, energy I had never experienced before. By the second week, I was cleaning out the closets. I was cleaning out the cupboards. I had energy where I was waking up before my alarm clock went off in the morning, and I am not a morning person. Anybody who knows me, I'm not a morning person. And so to be waking up before my alarm clock and not have to hit snooze was a big deal for me. And more than anything that I wasn't even expecting was that I did lose weight. I lost, it was over 12 pounds. I don't remember the exact amount anymore because to me, I wasn't even really keeping track. It was more just trying to figure out what was going on from the inside out for me. So that was the moment when I took that after photo and put those 2 photos side by side, where I said, I 100% believe in what Beachbody has to offer. And I already had an insight because I was a discount coach to what they did for their coaches as well. And I decided that we were 1 year away from our wedding, and I wanted to continue to get healthier and continue to get fitter and continue to set an example for other people around me, and in the future set an example for my kids. And I decided to go active as a coach and start holding my own accountability groups. So then the photos on the right hand side there are my 1 year progress photos. So the first photo is from when I started the Ultimate Reset, and the second photo is from 1 year after I did the Ultimate Reset. And a lot of people ask me, well, did you keep that weight off? And I did. Am I still at my ultimate goal weight? No, but I look at things more as how do I feel and how is my digestion and how is my energy level. So to me, it's now more about building this healthy body versus looking at the number on the scale. So it was really exciting for me 1 year later to see that I had still made a difference in my health and had kept the blow off and had kept a lot of things different in my life as far as my habits had gone. So that was really my whole transformation with Beachbody 1 year into my progress. Overall, I have created a lot more happiness in my life. People will tell me, even my coworkers who have seen me through this journey have told me, Annie, you have really developed into an amazing person over the last year and a half. I've built a lot more confidence in myself. I used to be very, very shy. I still am, but I'm stepping outside my comfort zone there. Even when Shawn met me, she didn't believe that I was shy, but I am. I never even used to give my grandma hugs. I'm so shy, but I've just become a lot more confident through the work that I've done on myself over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and the personal development I've done. And I've learned more about nutrition than ever before. And I used to be known as the world's pickiest eater. And I will tell you, I'm still pretty picky, but I eat things now that my mom looks at me and goes, you eat that? What is that? She doesn't even know what the food is. So it's quite funny to me to just see that those little things that you don't really think about really do make a difference in your life. So why do I love being a coach? Like I explained before, it's really helped me overall with my health. My health from the inside out is really the way that I look at it for myself. I still help other people in my community who are looking to lose a significant amount of weight. But for myself, it's more just focusing from the inside out. How am I feeling? How is my energy? How is my digestion? Am I bloated at the time? Those types of things really help me to know how I'm doing. And being a coach, like Shawn talked about in her story, holding my accountability groups and having my team and having Shawn there for me, those people really help me to be a better coach and help me to be a better, healthier person. I love being a coach because I'm helping my friends and family and the community and the tribe that I have built around me and those genetics and those health issues that have run in my family for so long. I've always wanted to be able to help people end those diseases that run so strongly in a lot of families. But I really didn't know how until I learned so much about nutrition and so much about our health that I now know that I can help people end those diseases that happen. I love being a coach because it's created happiness. I'm a lot happier as an individual. I'm happier for my husband. I'm happier for my family. I'm happier for my friends. Just like Shawn said, am I always happy? Absolutely not. We all are human and I still have my moments, but I'm a lot happier overall as an individual than what I ever have been in my entire life. I always felt this fog and this being lost almost in a way, not really knowing where my future was going, and I now see it. So with our future, I love being a coach because in the future, I see how this coaching is going to make a difference. It's going to create freedom for my husband and myself. We have been able to pay off the credit card debt that I had racked up from college and from my single life, and we're paying off our car loans now, and we just feel that weight being lifted off our shoulder from the freedom and flexibility that coaching is giving to us for the future. We're able to travel more. We are, with coaching, we were able to pay for our honeymoon. We're getting ready in September to go on our 1-year anniversary trip, and we're paying with what we've earned from coaching. So just traveling is a big thing for us, and we want to be able to show our kids how we can travel. And so with coaching, we're able to save extra from what we earn in our full-time jobs, so we will be able to do that someday. As well with coaching, the friendships that I have built, just like Shawn said, the friendships of my challengers, from my teammates that have joined my team. We have over 70 coaches on my team right now, and it's just all of those people I get to talk to on a daily and weekly basis really just makes a difference in my life, because it's exciting to hear their stories. It's exciting to support them. It's exciting to hear the transformations from one another and to be able to get together. We're getting together tomorrow night for an event again, just like we were together last week, and I'm just excited to see everybody and to get people together where they have never even met. I have made friendships with people not only here in the United States, but I also have coaches and challengers in Canada too. So that's really exciting. And just being able to help other people. My passion in life, especially with everything I went through with my brother, is just to be able to help people. And with coaching, I'm able to do that, not only with their health and their fitness, but even just in their personal life. When I have people who have a family member that passed away, I just know deep down inside me that feeling, and I can just tell them, I'm here for you. And they message me back and we talk about things. And so just being able to help people not only from their health and fitness standpoint, but mentally and physically and everything in between as well. So we're going to get down now into the nitty gritty a little bit more about Beachbody. So going from a little bit more of an emotional standpoint to more of a business standpoint. So who is Beachbody? Beachbody is your #1 at-home workout program. So you see Beachbody all over the place. People know Beachbody as P90X or Insanity, or as Shawn talked about, Chalene Extreme. For myself, I started with Beachbody with Shakeology and Insanity. So a lot of people know about that. We also have workout apparel and supplements, and there's always more and more stuff coming out. We just released new supplements actually today with Beachbody. It's a performance line and energy boosts and all different types of things. So if you have questions about that, ask the coach that referred you to this webinar tonight. But we have all kinds of stuff to help people not only with their fitness, but with their health as well. Beachbody gives daily, weekly, and monthly prizes to their challengers, and even yearly, annually. So when we were at Summit last week, they had 2 winners that won over $100,000 each. And it was just everybody in that stadium that I could see at least had tears just rolling down their face for those people who submitted their before and after transformation stories and won over $100,000. It was just amazing to see the changes that we as coaches can make in other people's lives. Beachbody, you also see them on TV infomercials. So if you're just clicking through the stations right now on your TV, you probably see the 21-day fix. That's everywhere, at least on my TV, on the infomercials. So you will also see things like Hip Hop Abs on there. I've seen Body Beast on there. P90X, Insanity. Those are main programs. PIO's coming out soon, I know, on the infomercials on TV. So Beachbody is also giving infomercials for us. And they also have independent coaches like Shawn and myself and the members on our teams that are there to support people through their health and fitness journey. So with the fitness programs, I oftentimes get a question from people, oh, well, Beachbody, they have those really hard workout programs like Insanity or P90X, right? Well, actually, we have something for everyone now. Beachbody's been around for quite a while now. It's been over 8 years. So they have a fitness program for everybody. We have PIO and 21-day fix and even size that just came out, which pretty much anybody can do those programs depending on what type of workout or fitness level they're at. They also have things that are more difficult or intense, such as T25, or we have things like Turbo Fire. So those types of programs are for more advanced possibly, but we have something for everybody, whether it's fitness or nutrition. So really, there's always going to be something that we're able to help people with when they come to us as a coach to help them with their health and fitness, especially if they're on a time constraint. We have workouts that are 25 minutes or even less too. So what is Shakeology? We've talked about that a couple of times. Shakeology has over 70 superfoods in it. So the way that I looked at it when I first tried Shakeology was it had all of my vitamins and nutrients that I was missing on a daily basis, because number one, I wasn't taking a multivitamin of any sort. I wasn't taking any vitamins because I hated pills. And number two, for myself, I was a really picky eater, so I wasn't getting all the nutrients that my body needed. So Shakeology fulfilled that, and it helped me with breakfast every day. And therefore, I was healthier overall. Since starting Shakeology, I've been sick less often. I used to be sick all of the time. Now I'm hardly ever sick. My digestion has gotten better. My hair is stronger. My nails are stronger. I'm always getting compliments on that when I go and get my nails done about how long and strong my nails are. So part of that, of course, is genetics, but also a lot of that is just the vitamins and nutrients that I am now getting. It's also low on the glycemic index, so it's awesome for people who have diabetes. And who are coaches? So coaches are people like Shawn and myself who maybe just want a discount. That is where Shawn and I both signed up. We both just wanted the discount, as we talked about, on our Shakeology and on our fitness programs. And then over time, we fell more and more in love and became advocates for what Beachbody had to offer, that we decided, hey, we're just going to help some friends and family. And at the time, Shawn and I didn't even know each other. We had no idea who we were, and we lived just within a couple miles of each other. Coaches a lot of time love health and fitness. It does not mean that you have to love health and fitness. Maybe you're just passionate about it or just working on your own journey. We like to help other people. We want to help people change lives. We want to inspire people to get healthier, as we know how when we got healthier, how much it made a difference in our own lives. So we want to pay that forward to other people. We're just real people working on our own health and fitness journey. So a lot of times people will say, I'm not at my goal weight, and that's okay. I'm not at my goal weight even as I described. We're all just working on our health and fitness, and we're sharing that through social media and talking with people in our everyday lives. And that's where the inspiring and motivating and encouraging other people to get healthier and fitter together really takes the difference. We are, as coaches, we are product of the product. So every day we are working on our own health. We're working on our own fitness. We're working on our own nutrition. We're not always 100%. It's one of those things that a lot of times we as coaches believe in that 80-20 rule. You know, you want to be good 80% of the time, but maybe 20 or 10% of the time you want to have some fun, and that's okay. We're all human and you still want to enjoy life, but we're products of the product. So we're working on our fitness. We're doing our workouts pretty much every day. We might have a rest day once or twice a week, depending on the program that we're doing. We're drinking our Shakeology. We're sharing our recipes and the food that we're eating, and we're just inspiring people through those posts that we do. We are not salespeople as coaches. So as I said, we're sharing and inspiring and motivating people, but we're not here to be salespeople. We don't go all over social media saying, buy this or buy that, and here's the cost of this, and here's the cost of that. We as coaches want to just help inspire people so that they build trust with us, and they then come to us and say, hey, Annie, I've really seen the transformation that you've had while doing your workouts, and I really see you doing size right now, and I love those videos that you're posting. How can I do that too? So that's what we're all about, is just inspiring other people through what we're posting. We are not fitness trainers, nutritionists, or even personal trainers. You do not have to have a degree or a certification in any one of those in order to be a coach. You can. That's awesome. It gives you maybe a little bit more information than just the average Joe coach knows, such as myself. I don't have any certifications or degrees in any of those, but we as coaches are people who are also working our health and fitness. We're hosting our challenge groups every month, and we're helping people work through the trenches of their health and fitness together. We also are not a pyramid scheme. We as coaches have to continue to work on ourselves. We have to continue to help our team and be leaders for our team. And we just continue to grow and grow and grow. So what makes us special as Beachbody coaches? What I love about Beachbody, and as Shawn said, I also did a lot of different type of weight loss programs in the past before joining Beachbody, which made me a little bit skeptical about drinking a shake for breakfast every day. But what really sets us apart that I 100% believe in is we don't only give people fitness. We don't just say go to the gym and work out every day. We don't just say, hey, drink this shake every day and you're going to lose weight. But we give that fitness. We help people find their passionate workout program. We give them nutritional guides and the nutrition and the support with their nutrition, and we give them Shakeology and anything else that they may need, along with the support from us as their coaches and the support from their challenge groups and the accountability groups, which gives people the success they've been looking for. I know I've worked with people who have been working on their health and fitness for a long time, who have even gone to a gym and gotten one of the personal trainers, and they just hit a plateau and they come to me and say, Annie, can you help me? And we find them that workout program and their nutritional plan that really helps them to push through that plateau and get to their goals. We focus on helping other people. Of course, we're helping ourselves. We're working on our health and fitness, and that then we share through our social media, which helps other people help themselves as well. And that's what the accountability groups are all about. We're also special as coaches because we give coach trainings. So Beachbody offers trainings to their new coaches. They have a whole selection of videos that helps you get started as a new coach, as well as if you join Shawn's team or my team or the coach that referred you to this webinar tonight, we give you trainings. We give you a basics training. We give you coach trainings. We help you get your first challenge group set up. You're always going to feel supported not only with your health and fitness, but also as a coach on the team. We focus on combining your health with your financial freedom as a coach. So you will talk with your coach when you get signed up, if you decide to, about your goals that you have, and we're going to help you get started and set those goals and set that plan of action that you have for reaching your goals, for helping other people, and also that financial freedom that Shawn and I have both talked about. So these are just some of the transformations that we've had on our teams. We have a lot more over the last couple years, but these are just some of the amazing transformations that we could fit on this screen of coaches on the team that have made a difference in their health and now are also helping other people as well. And I just want to say congratulations again to everyone who has made that change in their life and is now inspiring other people.
Yay. All right, I'm up, right?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. So Annie gave you all these wonderful things about coaching and all the basic details. So the next part is, how do you actually sign up? So if you're listening to this, like, how does it work? What are you charged? Is there any hidden fees? Those are always the things that I know kind of get people hung up. So let's just lay it out. You decide that you want to sign up to be a coach. It is as simple as contacting the coach who referred you to this call. They can literally give you a link to sign you up. There's a couple different options, so they'll go over that with you, but it's fairly simple. You're not signing a bunch of contracts or getting a bunch of inventory. It's really easy. There is a startup fee of $39.95. But if you've bought a challenge pack, which is Shakeology and a workout program, anytime in the past, or if you want to sign up with one, which is what I always strongly recommend people scoop one of those up when they sign up, it's waived. So your first month of coaching is covered. It's a free first month, and it covers your startup fee too. So there's no penalty for canceling. We have coaches all the time who sign up and just decide maybe it's not the best fit for them, or maybe they decide they don't want to do the Shakeology anymore for whatever reason, and they can cancel. So there's no year contract or anything like that. I know other companies do that. You're not stuck with a bunch of inventory. You can just cancel. It's pretty much as simple as sending an email. There is a monthly fee. The only fee that you have to pay every single month to be a coach and to get the benefits that I'm going to talk about in a minute is $15.95. That covers your websites that you get through Beachbody, and it also gets you the 25% discount and the 25% commission, which we'll talk about in a minute. A lot of people ask me, do you have to be on Shakeology every month? If you are a coach who wants to work this business and you want to hit, there's different goals that we have, like Success Club and rank and everything, then yes, you should have something on Home Direct every single month. It doesn't have to be Shakeology. But if you're literally just signing up and you want to see how it's going to go, no, you do not have to be on Shakeology every month. So you can talk to your coach about that, but the only thing you have to absolutely do is pay the $15.95 per month. Annie, can you move it for me? Thank you. Okay, so what do you get? I kind of talked about a couple of these things. You get a 25% discount on all products. That's Shakeology, workout programs, supplements, anything that you order through Beachbody, you're going to get a 25% discount on. So just with Shakeology alone, you're going to be saving 25% on. So even just paying the business fee every single month and just ordering Shakeology, you're going to end up saving almost, I think it's over $200 in a year. So that's why Annie and I signed up in the first place. I like to save money. And so since I was committed to Shakeology, I was going to save money. So you get a big savings on Shakeology, especially if you're doing it consistently. You have a decision on whether you want to grow business from home or just get the discount. It's your choice. I love telling this to people. Some people are like, oh, if I sign up, do I have to coach? I'm like, no, I didn't coach for my first 6-8 months. Some of my coaches have never coached. They've been coaches for a year and they've never ever done the coaching piece of it. They just use it for the discount, or they have a couple friends or family that buy things. You do get a website and an online office. Kind of talked about that already, but all the information is stored there. You have no inventory. They take care of all the shipping. They take care of a lot of the advertising. You get to know about all the upcoming new programs, like when Size was coming out, we're the first people to find out, the first people to try it. If you are a Beachbody program addict like I am, that's a huge bonus. I love knowing about these programs ahead of time and getting to try them out. We do free trainings, there's trips, all kinds of fun things like that. You also get depending on where you are in the business, you can get leads from Beachbody. So they basically give you people to work with. It's a huge bonus, especially Shakeology leads. You get commissions on those. The 1 month I made over, I think, $200 just by getting leads. And then there's also all this new crop of people for you to work with that Beachbody is basically handing you on a platter. You can also build a team, which is a great extra financial bonus, especially if you're helping that team succeed, which is what our goal is to help all the coaches who want to work this business and help other people in their lives be successful at it and be able to build an income from home. So how do you earn? You get a 25% commission for sales. You get a little bit more on challenge packs, so that's a nice little bonus. But if someone buys Shakeology from you, it's like a $32 commission, so that's not bad at all. I always say if you get 3 people in your life who decide they want to do Shakeology too, your Shakeology is covered every month. So it's kind of a way to think about it. There's a residual income, so if people buy things from you like Shakeology and get it every single month, you get a commission. Same thing with your team. It says the team cycle bonus. So there's a way to earn that if your team is successful. I won't get into the details of it, but basically the more successful your team is, it helps you too. So if you just sign them up and let them sit there and you don't help them, then there isn't as much success for either of you. But the beautiful thing of this business is that we want everyone to succeed, because then everybody has success in the long run. There's also a big quarterly bonus that you can get when you hit a certain level in the business, and it can be quite large. So Beachbody is very big about rewarding their coaches, especially the ones who are actively working and who are helping people. And so that's one of the bonuses that you can get. You can earn trips. I think this is a picture of Cancun. Annie and I went there for free and took our husbands last year. So once again, Beachbody is very big about rewarding you just for helping people. We earn these trips but just by helping a certain amount of people per month. So quite honestly, it was kind of cool. Me and my husband don't get to go on a lot of trips to be able to go on this trip for free. They also do monthly prizes that you can win. This month, it sounds silly. I like prizes. You can get a bag or a coffee mug or a Coach cup, and little things like that are just fun to get in the mail. It's always fun to get a package. It's always get something fun to get with Coach on it that you can walk around with. And so they do little monthly prizes. They always vary on what they do. I've gotten clothes, I've gotten hats, I've gotten bobbleheads, but they're always sending fun things. And then there's also, we get like one-on-one trainings, and like we got to work out with the trainers at this conference we just went to, and you can earn different things like that. So there's all kinds of fun little rewards that Beachbody does. Next slide. Sorry, Annie. Thank you. So what do you get from our team? So let's be completely honest. There's a lot of teams out there in the Beachbody world. So what's so special about team inspiration, which is what Annie and I call our joint teams, because we really work together as one big team. I think we're pretty amazing. Annie and I, and especially our whole team, we work a lot on support. We have team pages. We do team trainings every single month. We always have tons of trainings going on, opportunities for people to grow. We do challenge groups, sometimes specifically just for our coaches, or our coaches are always welcome in our challenge groups. Just trying to always make sure that you guys have the support and accountability that you need on the health end and also on the business end of things. We do a lot of personal development, so we're always providing opportunities on our team pages and in our team trainings to help you guys grow just as people and to become better in this business. So we offer a lot of those opportunities. We do one-on-one mentoring. So if you're someone who's like, I really want to be a successful coach, I want to build an income from home, I want to help my friends and family, you better believe that the coaches on this team there's going to be someone there to mentor you and help you one-on-one get to the spot. If you're putting the work in, we're going to put the work in too to help you there. And then we do trainings. I kind of mentioned that, but we do a lot of trainings kind of like this on a webinar setting. And we just give a lot of, we're trying to give more opportunities to our coaches too to also do training. So a lot of trainings. I think that's the last one. Is that right? Any questions? So I hope I hit everything.
Awesome.
I was aiming for 9:45 and it's 9:46. So 1 minute.
Lots of stuff to share with you guys.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, I'm sure Annie already posted something, it looks like. So I think it's a question thing.
I did. I'm not seeing any questions yet. We'll give everybody just a minute. There is about a 60-second delay. So we'll give you a minute to ask any questions on the event page, and then we will let you go. Thank you for jumping on with us tonight and sticking out with us. I always feel like there should be like some music right now.
Oh, even elevator music. Sometimes we used to play music when it started and we would dance and stuff. We've gotten lame. What happened? It used to be more fun on these.
Summer break hit.
You know what I like? I like that your face is the main screen. I feel like I'm like this little, it makes me happy. Don't switch it either.
See, on my end, it goes back and forth. Whoever's talking is the main screen.
Oh, it shows just you. I like it. Not seeing any questions.
I bet we just covered everything for them.
When I can see myself on the screen when I'm talking too, I use my hands a lot. I'm like trying to grab people through the screen. I don't know what my problem was tonight.
Pullman.
Like, put your hands down, Shawn. What are you doing?
I talk a lot with my hands. And see, for me, I just see the presentation because I'm on the presentation slides. So I can't see myself at all. But I know I talk with my hands a lot.
I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Probably think they're getting punched through the screen.
All right.
See any questions? I hope everybody could watch it.
The link will be posted.
If you don't have size, get size. That's going to be my little, if you don't sign up to coach, get size.
It's a lot of fun.
It's so fun. I'm obsessed.
All right, well, we will let you guys go. I'm going to stop the broadcast, and if you want to listen back or ask the coach that referred you to tonight's webinar, just send us a message or post it on the event invite, and we will be in contact with you.
Night, everyone.
Night.
Bye.